Professor, Department of Management, Northeast, and it will be followed by welcome speech and address the or of commerce. Chief guests, and after which we had at today main speaker, Mr. Sriyakan Sama, and there would be a question and answer sessions. Yeah, hello, sir. Hello, am I audible to all? Yes, hello. Hello, sir.
Your voice is breaking very frequently.
Okay, so sorry because of actually, sir, is a over here. Why due to this network problems, there is little bit weakness in the connectivity. Sorry for this interruption. Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Okay.
Please unmute yourself, sir. Please unmute.
Yeah, hello. Can I proceed, sir?
Yes. Sir, you are muted. Please unmute yourself.
Okay. Yes, hello. Yeah.
Yeah.
So sorry once again. There is been lots of my voice would be cracking because it's dazzling over here. I think due to these network problems in a week connectivity. I'm ready. Anyway, we'll first items would be welcome speech, inaugural address, and this would be taken by our Professor Kaisa. So over to you, sir. Please kindly take your time.
Okay. Very good morning. Hello. Yeah. Very good morning. Especially, I would like to give the whole credit or gratitude to Dr. Sanjay Aragwalji. He is one who organized, and he is a very he encouraged, and he is also advised us to do all kind of things what happening in today. So I'm really grateful to Dr. Aragwalji. And today, yes, we have requested my friend, Professor Rajendra Kumar, Department of Commerce, Rajdhani College, Delhi University, as a chief guest of the national webinar on the financial empowerment through the wealth creation. So I'm very much thankful to Professor Rajendra Kumar ji. And today, our main, you see, the most important, the person is the keynote speaker, and the Mr. Sriyakan Sharma, and the senior consultants, IMF, the Association of Mutual Fund in India. Okay, and the ex DGM, the CV. So then you see my colleagues, I think from departments and participants. As you know, the Manipur University is the central university. Is far away from the main, the capitals of the country. Very frequently, we used to organize offline as well as online such kind of the program as our routine matters. So today we are also organizing the national, webinar program on, the wealth creation. As you know, India is such a country, and we are becoming, the superpowers in the world. That means the Bishop Guru, and our economics is our economics is now becoming very strong, and our country is now, the third and the fourth position in the purchasing power, the parities. This is why, because of the saving habits in the wealth creation. It's because Indians are, we are very much conscious about, the creation of the wealth, and comparatively, India is a better, the position. So these issues is a very, very much important. But even those, there are so many, people are not aware exactly, where to invest about, their hard-earning money. And even as a professor, actually, we are very much, illiterate. I am a commerce, professor. Even though I am illiterate about, the wealth creation, how I think where to invest, our, the money. But now only, we are understood, very slow. But now this is a very good opportunity, especially for the young peoples, those who are joined very recently, or a student. I think we can start about systematic, investment planning, such kind of things are available now. The government is already made for us, and we have to avenge such kind, of the opportunity. But now, so now our keynote speaker will explain us and how to, how to invest and where to invest, very, very systematically, because, the SEBI is such an organization in the country. I think they are shaping about our Indian financial, the system. So he has a lot of experience. I have gone through about his biodata, but I told my anchor, Dr. Chiru, to announce, about, yes, I think he's going to do that also, about the CV of the profile of our speaker, keynote speaker, as well as the the chief guest. So I don't want to invest much time, because most of we are eager to listen, from our the keynote speaker as well as the chief guest. So all with these few words, I'm really thankful to our keynote speakers and the chief guest, as well as our Sanjay Agrawalji, and even our anchor, Dr. Production Chiru, and all the the participants. I welcome this national webinar program. So thank you all.
Thank you very much, sir. I'm sorry to interrupt you. We have one participant from Ghana,
Okay,
Africa.
Okay, please, sir. Time to
Dr.
time, sir,
Richard
please just
Isham.
update. Because you are the main person, actually. I am a convener, but the real convener is you, sir.
No, sir, no. And now it's webinar become international, not national, sir.
Yes, very good, sir.
Please carry on. Please go ahead, sir.
Production. Hello, production. Production. I think Nagaland. No, he's from Dr. Production Chiru. That our anchor is from the Nagaland. So I don't.
Yeah, hello, sir.
Oh, please, you just the carry on. You just next.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you,
And,
sir.
please introduce.
Okay,
Mm,
okay.
mm.
Yeah, thank you so much for your welcome address and inaugural speech, sir. Now, moving down with the next programs. Now, let me have a very profound delighted to invite one of our eminent personality as a chief guest. And before which, I just wanted to make a brief introductions of our today honorable chief guest. So our honorable chief guest is none other than Professor Rajendra Kumar. Actually, he is the professor and in the Department of Commerce, Rajdhani College, University of Delhi, and he has been teaching more than 2 decades of teaching experience in UG as well as PG course in under a very prestigious university, that is University of Delhi. Till that, he have supervised more than 4 MPhil and 4 PhD PhD scholar, which is approved with a research guide under the University of Delhi, and also from KR Mangalam University, Mewar University, Singhania University, uh, and he is also visiting faculty of various management institutes of colleges of university in Delhi, and he also holding a various administrations positions. Few of kinds of these positions are like convener of research affairs committee, convener of society of commerce and management in the lecture series, member of IQAC, member of NX in the Rajdhani colleges, and entrepreneurship member convener in entrepreneurship sales Rajdhani College, University of Delhi, and also have positions of past conveners in the placement cell of Rajdhani College, University of Delhi, and ex-liaison officer in Rajdhani colleges. He was also a joint secretary of Indian Accounting Associations, NCER, and treasurer of Indian Commerce Association Delhi NCR. He is also a member of research project in various courses. He had been associated with different management and professional institutions, and as an advisory body, an academic council member in India, and also member of board of faculty BOF for business admissions, management, finance, commerce of MIT, Uttar Pradesh, and a member of the faculty of commerce business studies, University of Delhi, and member of governing body in Rajdhani College, member of advisory body in Delhi Institute of Management and Technologies at Murat Nagar, and
Churu, I interrupt
he
you. Thank you so much, Churu. We can start? Professor Thoma has already told us the
okay. Yes,
latest time.
thank you so much, sir. Once
Professor
again,
Thoma,
we are
sorry for
very
interrupt.
happy. We are very to have such kind of a premium eminence personality to grace of these occasions, one of a wonderful occasions in this webinar. Over to you, sir. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you, Churu ji, and thank you, Sanjay Agarwal ji. A very good morning, respected Professor Thomba Singh ji, Professor, Head, Department of Commerce, Manipur University, convener of this national webinar. Very good morning, respected Mr. Suryakant Sharma ji, Senior Consultant, Association of Mutual Fund in India, ex Deputy General Manager of the SEBI, very big body or the one of the biggest body in India. A very good morning, respected all the faculty members, research scholars, and my dear students. It's my great pleasure for inviting me as a guest in this national webinar on wealth creation through the personal finance management, organized by the Department of Commerce, Manipur University, in association with Association of Mutual Fund in India. Thank you so much. That's one my beginning. The greatest wealth is to live content with the little, by the Plato. That's such a wonderful line. Nowadays, the very crisis after the COVID or the pre-COVID, we have a lot of the financial position or disrupt the financial condition. But your topic is very good, chosen by the Professor Thomba Esteem and Sanjay Agarwal ji. one cannot create wealth just earning more money. You have to invest your saving to create parallel stream of incomes. In the process of investing your save money to grow your wealth by choosing the investment that aligns with your financial goal, I think called to the wealth creation. For the sufficient wealth creation, we have as per our topic, apart from the choosing the right investment, you also have to give your investment sufficient time to grow. You need to maximize the benefit of the compounding by the investing as early in life as possible. Another way we can say, to ensure that achieve your wealth creation goal is to increase your investment in line with the increase of your income. If you are a salary person, you would get an annual increment. If you increase your monthly income or the monthly investment by a small proportionate of your mutual or the annual increment every year, you will be able to save the significant more. After all, how much you invest matter more than your return, especially when you are starting your investment journey. Objective type of the wealth creation, you can say the importance of the value creation can be summed up by a statement made by the legendary investor Warner Buffett. Says, if you do not find a very or a way to make money while you sleep, you will have to work till you die. What the mean and what he meant by this statement is that one of the key objective of the wealth creation is ability to generate with wealth passively by the investing money that has been earned previously. This way, saving grow over time and add to wealth of the investor. At the most of basic level, wealth creation is just about growing your money to achieve various short-term, medium, long-term financial goals. Short-term financial goal could mean saving enough money for a vacation or to buy a mobile or the expensive. For these type of the goals you need achieve within a period of during the 1 year or 2 year or less than 3 years. Medium term goal usually invested goal that having to achieve within the 3 to 5 years. Example, so such wealth creation goal can including saving for the new car or saving for the down payment or the for the new houses, etc. One of other hand, long-term goal such as ensuring significant requirement saving can easily have an investment of the horizon that extends into the multiply year, even the decade. In case you need to ensure that you create enough wealth during your working life to support your post-retirement financial need. An investor, you might have access to variety of investment option, but just each tool in a toolbox is suitable for a specific task. The same is also true for investment. For an example, if you say if you are saving for financial goal that you need to reach within 6 months, you have to prioritize to safety the amount of investment or the invested over the potential return you might get from the investment. That's why the low volatility option like to the liquid fund and the fixed deposit are the best investment for the short-term investment goal. But even though the safety or your of your investment is important. You have to prioritize growth of your investment is to achieve long-term financial goal. A common instance of this mistake option for fixed return investment such as fixed deposit or over the equity oriented investment such as the flexi cap funds. I think the mutual fund in India have traveled a long and enriching journey in around 6 decades their existence in the post-independence era. Starting with the launching or the launch of the Unit Trust of India in 1963, mutual funds have since been one of the most consistent financial instruments for wealth generation. In July 2022, the total net assets under management of the mutual fund industry stood at rupees around or the approximate 38 trillion, and the number of mutual fund folios crossed the around 14 crore according to the Association Mutual Fund in India. As an integral part of the capital market, mutual funds have since 1963 formed a bridge between the Indian entrepreneur mind that form the backbone of our growing economy, the hard-earned saving of Indian households that form a necessary source of the capital for these entrepreneurs to run their business ventures, says Deepak Mulik, author of the Simply Mutual Fund, the 1% formula. Over the years, mutual funds have created better awareness of the risk return phenomenon. The industry has evolved over the years due to the combined effort of the regulators, SEBI, fund houses in the term of making investors aware via the investor awareness program, and the investors with the more acceptance of the mutual funds as an investment avenue. As a association of mutual fund of or the India mutual fund sahi hai campaigning has helped create to culture of investment, providing investors with an understanding of the role and discipline how to assets can create wealth according to the systematic investment plan. As an invention has been an innovation is bring discipline to saving. The real mutual fund industry began in 1993 when the private sector was allowed to participate, but the real growth of the industry took place post demonetization. One of the reasons is that surplus cash laying in the bank lockers and personal cupboard found its way to the bank that further funneled through the mutual funds. This gave the massive flip to the industry. Has the mutual fund industry helped Indian become rich in the past 70 years? The answer is yes. Term of the outstanding merit financial planning. Mode of the diversification of the risk power by the easy investing, mutual fund have become great compounding vehicles for investors' wealth over the decade. In the early 90s, when the most mutual fund companies started, if one pick a well-managed mutual fund scheme over the traditional bank fixed deposit, return deliver in the decade have in the region of 18 to 20% CAGR, compounded annual growth rate, as opposed 7.5 to 9% CAGR in the bank FD, would make one richer with the 15 to 70% times more wealth. Now or today, with rupees 37 lakhs crore of assets under the management from 14 crore account holders, the mutual fund industry, one hand, is making a growing number of Indian richer every year, and on the other hand, helping corporate India become less dependent on costly foreign capital. Choosing the mutual fund for the wealth creation, there are few important factors that you have or that you should keep in your mind to create the wealth. Some of the most important one. First one, objective of the investment. First and foremost, the objective of the fund should be synchronized with your investor or objective. Wealth creation is this case which would help you fulfill your financial goal much faster. Second one, past performance of the fund. As a responsible investor, you need to carefully study the past performance of the mutual funds you choose, especially during the various economic cycle as per the situation. Next is the third one, is the most important, expenses ratio. Another important factor considered before the choosing the right fund is expense ratio. It consists to management fees, operating cost, and other assets-based administrative expenses included by the funds. Typically, the higher expenses ratio, the lesser return would be on the respective fund. And fourth one is the expertise or the expert of the mutual fund manager. Experience and the expertise of the fund manager, always the vital role is the defining the fund performance in the long run or the long term. As the person, the responsible for the managing the funds, always the fund manager would be the one moving the capital towards assets would have higher growth potential or the return in the future. In the last, to build the wealth as a use of the mutual fund or the using the mutual fund, first one, the set practical financial goal. Always, without goal, you will not invest it or you will not settle your final goal. Second is the take professional help, especially. Third one is the stay invested for the long term period. And finally, select fund that fit your financial goal. So all the wealth creation now is updated for the 4 parameters. Firstly, your goals, your health, investor long period, or the fit your financial goals. I think all these words, I conclude my opening remarks as a wonderful topic. Nowadays, the very requirement of the wealth creation through the personal financial management. Such a wonderful, because India is a very different or the diversified country. So we not know around we have the 130 crore more than population, but we have only just 14 crore folio nowadays is updated. So we have very requirement. We have very carefully invested. And thank to Professor Thombaji, you have invited such a wonderful speaker. The Surya Kant Sarmaji is a very great associate with the both of the big bodies, the Association of the Mutual Fund in India and the SEBI. I hope that all the participants will be fruitful and information on this session. Thank you, Professor Thombaji, Sanjay Agarwalji, and Chiruji. So nice of you. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Professor Ji. It's a great pleasure.
Thank you so much, sir. Once again, I'm joining with others links because I'm trying to find the places which I can connect well. So I have changed 2-3 places also, sir. Anyway, thank you once again, sir. Yes, we have feel your well of knowledge and one of your most inspiring quotations about the financial discipline. And with some of the trick that you have mentioned, sir, it was a worth learning. And I'm very thankful once again to have you to grace of this program. Now moving to next items, we had now most important items, that is main keynote speakers will be taking time. Before I'm giving out his time, let me just have some word of introductions of Sir Surikant Sharma. Yes, Sir Surikant Sharma has been associated with SEBI ever since for more than 2 decades, and he had immense experience in terms of the financials and the managements in towards this the managements of the in the corporate world. Sorry, and he have more than 35 years of experience in banking and finance, and also with the security market. And Sir have joined this SEBI Security Exchange Board of India from 2013 or 2003, and he had been serving for nearly 16 years. And he is a member of working group of NCERT for developing vocational programs for mutual funds for the students of class 11 and 12. And he had been supervised to conduct the financial literacy and investors awareness more than 15,000 program. And so far he had been speaking more than 60 as a guest speaker about this investors and financial literacy awareness. And sir, it is a very opportunity to have you with a very eminent experience in regards to this program. As we have observed in the Bloomberg information that in India, in the world, US have around 50% of investor, and China with 7% of investors, India with only 2% of investors. I think having had this kind of a micro programs would be a very valuable as a kind of ambassadors for the economic developments of the country. And I believe that will surely inclining to the dream and the futures of the even the present government as well. So now let me have opportunity to call over our respected keynote speaker, Surikant Sarmaji. Now, sir, the time is over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chinu. Thank you, Dr. Singh, respected Professor Rajendra Kumarji, other faculty members and the staff members of the STM University of Manipur, my colleague, Mr. Dr. Sanjay Agarwal, and all the participants. Honestly, I am honored to be with all of you. Particularly Dr. Rajendra Kumarji, I am very thankful to you for joining this program, and Mr. Singh for inviting him as the chief guest and a good speaker for this program. Mr. Singh, thank you very much for inviting him. 2-3 things I wish to mention here, that this program is from Association of Mutual Fund in India. But my dear participant, this is not a marketing event or a promotional event of a mutual fund. And I'm very happy, rather thankful to Dr. Rajendra Kumar that he has covered every aspect of the mutual fund, which normally I don't cover in my program, because I keep it neutral, product neutral program. Of course, at the fag end of the program, I do touch mutual fund also, but overall schemes of the thing is that it has to be a neutral investor awareness program. Secondly, as this is a program for the participants, I will be more than happy to request, particularly your students and young faculty members, kindly have a pen and a notebook with them. Because if they find anything useful or a new idea in my session, they can note it down and explore through Google and website. Since you are well aware now, everything is available on the website, so in Google. But still, these programs are just to encourage your students and faculty members to go deeper into the subject, because it relates to your life. It relates to quality of your life. And thirdly and lastly, I will be more than happy if more and more questions come from the participants. During my session, they can put the question in chat box. And after my session is over, we will make the town hall open. And myself and Professor Rajendra Kumarji will try to give satisfactory answer to the questions of the participants. And I hope Dr. Rajendra Kumarji will be staying with me during my session. I would be grateful if he stays with us. But one thing I want to make it clear, Singh Saab, that I will try to make the session as simple as I can. I will try to speak in a purely layman language. I would not make it a technical session on mutual fund, or for that matter, financial literacy and investor awareness. And in between, Mr. Chinu, I will keep interacting with you also, taking you into my session, and Mr. Singh as well, so that I want it to be an interactive session, so that we can interact in between as well. So Mr. Chinu, just tell me one thing, what money gives us? Why we are so passionate about the money? Can you tell me something about, sir?
Yes, I think this is about the future. We wanted to create a future, a life in the future.
Great. Not only for future, sir, for present also we need money. Every day we need money.
Yeah, for the security purpose, financial security. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You got it right. Basically, I feel money gives us two very important things in our life, Professor Singh. One is security, which you have just mentioned, and other one is prosperity. Money also gives us prosperity, and money also gives us security. And that stages of the prosperity will differ from individual to individual, Mr. Chinu. When I don't have anything, what will be prosperity mean to me? That roti, kapda, makan, basic needs of mine are met. This is the first stage of prosperity for those who don't have anything. And when I have taken care of my basic needs, that naturally I will not stop there. This is a human nature. Then I will definitely go upgrading myself. Then I will see some comfort in my life. Reasonable house, reasonable appliances at home, and reasonable comfort around me, so that I can lead a peaceful and comfortable life. And the third stage come, my dear participants, when even I have comfort, most of the people will not stop. Of course, Professor Rajendra sir will agree with me that then human beings will go for the luxuries. It's a nature, except a few. Most of the people will go for looking for luxuries. Everything at their command: good house, palatial house, fancy car, and luxurious electric and electric items, and everything you have in the world should be at your disposal. This is the third stage of prosperity. But my dear participants, money also gives us security. Please mind it. And Mr. Professor Thomas Singh is very right. Money also gives us security. But Singh sir, money will give us security only when we have reasonable or plenty of money in our life. Because if I have 5 lakhs, 7 lakhs at my command, I will not feel secure, because it is nothing. So Mr. Singh will secure when one fine morning he will have 100 crore in his bank account. Then he will say, oh, no problem, I have got 100 crore in my... Mr. Singh is smiling, I know. Because we all know that at least through service and jobs, we will not be having that much of money. That is why the need of security become greater here. So how we can develop security for ourselves and for our family? This is the basic question everybody should ask before thinking about the prosperity. And my dear participants, we are all middle class, salary class person. So I feel personally that security comes first, and it ought to be come first. How we can develop security? Yes, my dear participants, Mr. Chinu, you are a very young professor, and people like you, I will request you kindly note it down. 3 things I am requesting to all of you, particularly young people and even students. They should understand the importance of developing these 3 things in their life at the beginning of their career itself, when they start earning. The first and foremost thing, I personally feel, every earner must have adequate life insurance cover. Every earner must have adequate life insurance cover. And these 3 things relate totally to the security only. I again repeat, why we should have life insurance cover. Mr. Chinu and Singh Saab, you are well aware that life is pretty uncertain. We are living today, everything is going well. We are enjoying everything. But what will happen tomorrow? Is anybody sure? Is anybody can give me guarantee that I will be at the same position or living tomorrow? Nobody can give this guarantee. This uncertainties create some fear in the minds of most of the people. And that is very natural. And Singh Saab, more so when I am the single earner in the family. I am earning, my family is enjoying everything, my kids are getting education, everything is going on well, only because I am earning. I am getting money for my job, which I am doing somewhere. That is why the importance of life insurance cover, that in case I am not available to my family tomorrow or after some time, because of that, what will happen to my family? Mr. Singh, the first question they come before them is to survival. How they will survive? Of course, there will be emotional problem. Of course, there will be a social problem. But the main problem will be to have money to run their life. Main problem will be to have money for the education of the kids and a lot of other things. Even their dreams, which they have seen when I was with them. That is why we take life insurance cover. But unfortunately, Singh Saab and Rajendra Kumar ji will also agree with me that we all had taken life insurance cover, but that was just token, sir. It was not adequate. Because in our time, Singh Saab, there were only 2 products available in at that time. That was money back and endowment. And both were saving linked insurance scheme, where the premium was too high to get an adequate life insurance cover. But Mr. Chinu, you are very lucky nowadays. A very good insurance product is available in the market that is more suitable to people like you, those who are young. That is called term insurance, TERM, term insurance. Term insurance is a pure insurance project delinked from savings. And please mind it, you may or may not agree with me. Insurance is separate and investment is separate. Don't mix them. Don't link them with each other. Keep insurance separate. Keep investment separate. So term insurance is a pure insurance product, Mr. Singh, where a person of the age of between 25 to 30 can take an adequate life insurance cover of around 1 crore rupees by hardly paying a premium of 500 or 600 rupees, which anybody can afford. But if we go for the money back and endowment, then the premium for 1 crore premium, 1 crore insurance cover will run not less than 40,000-50,000 per month, sir, which will not be possible for most of the people like you and me, particularly those who are young. That is why the first thing you should do is, please do take adequate life insurance cover. And Mr. Chinu, the definition of adequacy in life insurance cover is very simple. Your life insurance cover should be minimum 10 times of your annual income. Minimum 10 times. Suppose your annual income is 20 lakhs. Then Mr. Singh, I will advise Mr. Chinu to have a life insurance cover of not less than 2 crore rupees. And that is now possible. Earlier, it was not possible for people like you and me, because only that amount will serve the purpose for which life insurance cover is taken. So the first thing is, please do take adequate life insurance cover. And nowadays, step up facility in life insurance cover is also possible. You take a reasonable cover at the beginning of your career, and after a certain period of time, if you think that it has become insufficient, then you can top it up, you can step it up from 1 crore to 1.5 crore or 2 crore or more, whatever you need in that direction. So first thing I will request all the participants, particularly young ones, kindly do take adequate life insurance cover. And whatever premium you pay for life insurance cover is deductible under section 80C also for income tax purposes. But that is an incidental benefit, sir. That is not the main benefit. Because we take life insurance cover for securing the future of my family, not for taking a tax exemption. That is incidental and we must take it. Second thing is, every family, Mr. Chinu, must have adequate health insurance cover. That is also now become very important in the present context. I don't know, Manipur Central University, what benefit you give to your employees with regard to the health medical related facilities. But most of them, sir, have lot of if and buts. And most of us are insufficient in particular circumstances. That is why I keep advising my participants, please do take an independent health insurance cover. And seeing, sir, health insurance cover is different and life insurance cover is different. Both are different. Yes, Mediclaim, you are absolutely right. It is also called Mediclaim. It is also called cashless facility. So health insurance simply means that in case a serious disease is discovered in my body all of a sudden, or I might have met with an accident, unfortunately, saying, sir, where will we be going? Unfortunately, we will be forced to go to the private hospitals, because government health system is not up to mark even after 75 years of independence. So we have to go, we have to take health insurance cover. And nowadays, a very unique policy is available in the market, which name of that health insurance cover policy is floater health insurance. It is also called umbrella health insurance cover. The uniqueness of this health insurance cover is, Singh Saab, is that when you are taking this policy, you have got leverage to include the name of your wife, your spouse, your kids, and even your parents. So in the one singular health insurance cover, all members of the family are covered, and in case of any medical emergency relating to any member of the family, they can go to the best hospital, private hospital nearby, get the best treatment, come home recovered without paying anything. All hospital bills will be paid mostly by the insurance company from whom you have taken health insurance cover. And here again, the premium of the health insurance cover is related to your age. So please do take health insurance cover when you are at the prime of your health, that is very young, and keep it updating or upgrading it during the course of time in future as well. So the second thing is, please do take adequate health insurance cover of yourself and your family, that is through umbrella or floater health insurance cover. And third thing, again, I'm limiting myself to the security only. Third thing, Singh sir, this corona has taught of hundreds of lessons, you are all aware. We have changed a lot. We as a human being, we as a society, we as a family, everything has changed. Corona has taught of hundreds of lessons, Mr. Chinu. And one of the most important lessons Corona has taught us, I personally feel, is every family must have an emergency fund of around 5 to 7 lakhs at their disposal all the time. Naturally, Singh Saab will ask me, what is the purpose of having emergency fund? Sir, Singh Saab, you are very lucky. You are in a government institution. You are getting salary during pandemic. But at the same time, you must be aware, lakhs of people had lost their job. Lakhs of people have got substantial reduction in their salaries. And people were literally shocked because they were not prepared at all. We had never dreamed or thought that the digit-like pandemic will come like this. That is, but now that we have learned a lesson that for future, in case such disease recur again, and that is a possibility. Now, our eyes and ears are open now. That is a possibility now. So if something happens, at least I am able to manage my family affairs, family expenses for 1 year. That is the purpose of developing an emergency fund for the family. And 5 to 7 lakhs is not a small amount, since you will agree with me. But we can develop it over a period of time, maybe 3 years, maybe 4 years. But once it is in place, we have to make sure that this is an emergency fund only, and it will be used only in case of emergency. Otherwise, temptation, Rajendra sir, will always be with a human being. Arey Baba, 5 lakh rupees pada hua hai, enjoy with that money, go on celebration, have some vacation. No, but you have to be very committed to that. No, it is an emergency fund. It will be used only in emergency. And you should not keep that money in cash at home. That is not, I'm not saying you. Dr. Rajendra Kumar was very right in advising that for short-term goals, you can have this money in FD, fixed deposit. You can have a good FD from a reputed bank, so that you will be generating reasonable return also. But the main purpose of emergency fund will be to use it in case of emergency. So 3 things I have requested to all the participants: adequate life insurance cover, adequate health insurance cover for the family, and an emergency fund of around 5 to 7 lakhs for the family at all the time. Once you develop these 3 things, that naturally, then you should think about the prosperity aspect of your life. And Mr. Chinu, can you answer me one more question? Can you tell me what is the main source of money for all of us? How we get money?
Through salary.
Absolutely, you are absolutely right. The main source of money for the middle class, salary class person, is the salary which we get from our employer. In your case, from your university, and wherever we are employed, the main source of money is salary. And fortunately, majority of our salary goes into taking care of our regular expenses, monthly expenses. A lot of things we have to spend on. A lot of items we have to spend on: ration, travel, education of the children, rent, a lot of other things, hundreds of things, bills. But Dr. Professor Rajendra Kumar was very right in pointing out, and Singh Saab had also mentioned it emphatically, that we Indians have a typical and unique habit, and that is indeed unique, Singh Saab. Every Indian family, despite the issues, every Indian family sincerely, Mr. Jain, sincerely try to take away some money out of their income regularly. And we all do, sir. So the money which we don't spend out of our regular income is called savings. And we are all savers. And you might have heard also that Indians are still one of the best savers in the world. That is in our blood. We are the savers. But 2 things we lack. And I have observed it across the spectrum of middle class families. That thing is, Singh Saab, we do save, but we are casual about saving. Casual in the sense, I might have saved 10,000 this month, next month it might be 12,000, third month it might be 5,000, fourth month it might be 0 even. Of course, reason might be there. But my request is different to Mr. Chinu and young participants. Please do identify an amount of saving which you can comfortably save. And normally people do keep advising you to save 20%, save 30%, save 40%. My request is very simple, Mr. Chinu, to you and all young participants. Please identify an amount of saving and then religiously save that amount every month, come what may. I'm underlining come what may. Of course, it will be tough. It will be tough because a lot of issues will keep coming during month or in between. But we have to make a commitment and develop a discipline with ourselves. Come what may, I will save that amount which I have identified. Suppose Mr. Chinu say that my monthly salary is 50,000. and my monthly expenses, family expenses are around 40,000, including EMI or whatever loans you have taken. Then what he indirectly saying is that he can save 10,000. Then Mr. Chinu, my request is very simple, not to you, but all the participants. Please save this amount religiously every month. The moment you get it, take it away, as if you have not got it. This commitment will have to be there. It will have to be developed, because this is a must for your prosperity. So the first thing about saving is, please do save an amount which you have identified religiously every month without fail. Second thing, Professor Rajendra Kumar sir had also pointed out, please do keep increasing your saving every year, because Singh Sahab, you are well aware, we get increment, we get some allowances, we get increase in our salary every year. Of course, inflation also attacks us, but still we should make it a point that we should keep increasing our saving every year, and ideally it should be 10% every year if possible. Ideally it should be, but if possible, keep increasing your saving minimum by 10%. So suppose this year you are saving 10,000 a month, then next year it should be 11,000 a month, and third year it should be 12,100 a month. Of course, a tough task, but sir, you have to develop that discipline. You have to develop that commitment. Come what may, I will keep doing it. So two very basic thing about security, about saving is, identify an amount of saving and then religiously save that amount. And secondly, keep increasing your saving every year. Because saving is the first and fundamental step for your prosperity, my dear participant. You should understand the importance of saving in our life. Because we are middle class, salary class person. The only source of money we have is your salary. And we have to save out of that only. So saving is a must. No shortcut in saving. No other option. Then the second stage comes, what we do with the savings which we are doing. Singh sir, can you tell me what we should do with the savings? There are two options normally, sir. One option is which a foolish person like will only do. What I am doing, I am saying every month. But foolishly what I am doing, I am taking out the money from my bank account, taking out the money of saving from my bank account in cash, counting it, feel happy and putting that in a box at home every month. I am doing that religiously every month. I am putting some money in my box at home or leaving that amount in my bank account. Singh Sahab will agree with me. If any of the participant is doing it, it's a crime. Very honestly speaking, I am using a very harsh word. Because it is an injustice to yourself, to your family, and to our country as a whole. Never do this. Never do this. Then naturally, participant might ask what to do then. Yes, there is another option. And the option is, Singh Sahab, put your savings through a process into, number one, acquisition of some assets, value of which will increase in future. Acquisition of some assets, value of which will increase in future, and in some financial instrument which will give you periodical and regular return in future. And this process, my dear participants, is called investment. The process of putting your saving into some assets or in some financial instrument, it is called investors. It is called investment. So we have necessarily not only to be saver, but also to be investor. Saving is the first step, investment is the second step, because only through investment, my dear participants, we can create wealth. And the basic purpose of investment is that my money should also earn money for me. My money should also earn money for me. That is the basic purpose of investment, because this creation of money, this income of money, which through investment is going to create wealth for you, which will contribute to your prosperity. So please mind it, we have not only to be saver, but we also have to be investor necessarily. Because if you save and if you don't invest, better not to save, enjoy with your money. Because investment is a must. Because only through investment we will think of having some prosperity in our life. So we are all investors as well. Singh Saab will agree with me, and even Mr. Chinu will agree with me, that we are all investors as well. But one thing lacks with most of us, Singh sir, and I don't know whether Rajendra Kumarji will agree with me or not, but one thing lacks with most of the middle class, salary class person. Most of them, most of us. What is that? We do save, we do invest, but even after investment, we simply remain money accumulators in our life. We don't become wealth creators. I am using here two terms, money accumulation and wealth creation. And unfortunately, most of the middle class, salary class person just remain money accumulator. They don't become wealth creator. But my dear participant, wealth creation is a precondition for your prosperity. Because only through wealth creation, you can think of having some prosperity in your life. But unfortunately, we are not. And top of it, Mr. Singh, most of us don't even recognize this. Most of us even don't accept that we are money accumulators. You talk to a good number of persons, they will say, no, Baba, no, I am not. Mr. Singh might be. Mr. Singh will tell, I am not money accumulator, my friends might be. But unfortunately, most of the middle class, salary class person are sheer money accumulators. So I will just give you a basic idea the difference between money accumulation and wealth creation. And for that, Mr. Chinu, kindly permit me to take your name. I don't know whether he is around or not.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Kindly permit me to. I just want to share one simple example with the participants.
Please,
And
kindly, sir.
And the example is of a bank FD, bank fixed deposit. Why I am taking this example? Purpose is very simple. Because even students are aware about the bank FD. That is why I am taking the example of a bank FD. Suppose, Mr. Chinu, you have 1 lakh rupees with you, and you go for a 1 lakh bank 1 lakh FD for 1 year with a good bank. And you are aware that nowadays the present rate of interest is around 5.5% or maybe 6% around. So you go for a 1 year bank FD at the rate of 6%. After 1 year, when myself and Mr. Singh meet you and just ask you what happened to your bank FD, naturally your answer will be that you have earned 6,000 as bank interest. Am I right, sir? That you have earned 6,000 rupees as bank interest income, and bank has given back your money. You are right, but you are not right, sir. Why you are not right? Because you literally ignored two very important factors while analyzing return on your investment. And you all know FD is also an investment. So you are happy with the money you got, 6,000 as bank interest, and you are happy. But my dear participant, there are two very important factors which we must all know and think. Yes, my dear, very right. Some participant is mentioned. The first and foremost factor is inflation. And what is inflation, my dear participant? Simply speaking, inflation is nothing but increase in the prices of goods, item or services over a period of time. Am I right, Mr. Singh? You are a commerce professor. The simplest definition of inflation is inflation is nothing but increase in the prices of goods, item or services over a period of time. So last year when Mr. Chiru was going for a bank FD, instead of going for bank FD, had he purchased some items, goods, or might have availed some services from that 1 lakh rupees, Mr. Chiru, you tell me, would it be possible to get the same item, same services, and same goods after 1 year at 1 lakh rupees? Would it be possible, sir?
No, sir.
It will not be possible. Why? Because the prices of those items, because of inflation, have increased. Suppose the inflation during this period has been 5%. What does it simply mean? It simply means that last year, whatever you could have purchased from 1 lakh rupees for the same item, same goods and same services, you will need to pay not 1 lakh rupees, sir, but you will have to pay 1,05,000 rupees. Because of inflation, you will have to pay that. So you see the proposition, you are very happy, Mr. Chiru, when you got 6,000, but in reality, out of 6,000, 5,000 has been eaten by the inflation. It is a blunt statement, but it is a fact. But you are still happy, you say, no problem, sir. I still have 1,000 rupees with me out of 6,000. No, sir. There is another factor, Mr. Singh is well aware. And that factor is most of the return and income, Government of India takes income tax or capital gain or some taxation in other form. And in the case of FD, bank FD, Mr. Chiru, you might not be aware. Whatever you earn as bank interest on FD is to be included in your income as is your total income. Whatever you earn. So 6,000 will be treated as your income. And you will have to pay income tax on that. The 10,000 exemption for bank interest is only for on saving account, my dear participant. You must understand. On FD, there is no concession. So whatever Mr. Chiru has earned, he will have to pay income tax as well. Suppose Mr. Chiru comes within 20% bracket of income tax, then he will have to pay 20% on 6,000 as well. And what 20% become 1,200 rupees of 6,000. So you see the proposition, my dear Mr. Chiru was very happy when he earned 6,000 rupees as bank interest. But in reality, out of 6,000, 5,000 has been eaten by the inflation and he has to pay 1,200 rupees as income tax. And Mr. Chiru, you might not be aware, in our times, in the time of Mr. Singh and my, whenever such income used to come to us, we were sure, and let it be, who will come from income tax department to collect income tax. So normally people will not be included such income in income tax return. But my dear friends, now because of technology, all such information is automatically available with the income tax department, Mr. Chiru. You need not say anything. You have necessarily to include that income in your income tax department, in your return. Otherwise, there is a possibility that you might get a notice from the income tax department that you earned this much of income and you didn't pay income tax. Now you see the proposition, you are very happy when you earn 6,000 rupees as bank interest income. But in reality, out of 6,000, 5,000 had been eaten by the inflation and 1,200 you had to pay as income tax. Did you get anything in reality, sir? Mr. Chiru? No, rather 200 rupees has gone out of your pocket. And unfortunately, most of the middle class investments are like this only, where there is no real return. 6,000 was your notional return. Professor Rajendra Kumar will agree with me that 6,000 was your notional income. And there was no real return. I take this example forward. Suppose the interest rate is 8%. In that scenario, you will get 8,000 as bank interest income. Out of 8,000, again, keeping inflation at 5%, 5,000 will be eaten by the inflation. Then he has to pay income tax at the rate of 20%. That is 1,600 of 8,000. But even after that, my dear Chiru, 5,000 eaten by the inflation, 1,600 you paid as income tax. There still remain 1,400. And that 1,400 is your real return. Please mind it. That 1,400 is your real return. And for wealth creation, this 1,400 will only contribute in real sense. So the formula of real return is very simple. Students can note it down if they wish. So real return equal to notional return minus inflation minus tax liability, if any. And my dear young participant, Mr. Chiru and all young participants, I will request you, I will encourage you that you must see that most of your investment must get some real return. Because only real return is going to create wealth for you. So please always try to have some real return on your investment. And what is the reason that most of us are not wealth creators, only money accumulators. What is the reason? Professor Rajendra Kumar will agree with me, sir. There is a reason, and that reason lies not where outside somewhere. The reason lies in our mind. In middle class, we have got a typical mindset, Singh sir, and that is, Are Baba, we don't want to take any risk. No, we don't would just tell us something about safe investment. This is the pleasure I get when I reach at this stage of session. As one or two questions may come in the chat box. Okay, sir. Real return, I again repeat the formula. Real return equal to notional return minus inflation minus tax liability. So the reason lies in our mind because most of the middle class, salary class person saying, sir, don't want to think of taking any risk at all. We are very conventional. We are very clear. Are Baba, risk, don't talk about risk. Tell us something about safe investment. And normally we think, sir, that taking risk is the domain of businessmen, is the domain of industrialists, is the domain of people who are in different domain. For salary class person, risk is outside of their domain. That is a wrong thinking, I personally feel. And I can't change it. Mr. Singh can't change it. Even Professor Rajendra Kumar ji might not be thinking of changing it. But I will encourage young participants like Mr. Chiru and all students. Please think and ensure that you get some real return on your investments. And in most of the investment, whether we accept it or not, accept governmental small saving schemes, sir. We will discuss in brief afterwards. Accept governmental small saving scheme. Thank Singh, sir. Risk is there. So in most of the investment, risk is there. So you have to first honestly accept that risk is there in most of the investment. Of course, degree of risk will vary from product to product. In some product, risk might be higher. In some product, risk might be even moderate. In some product, it may be lower. But most of the thing, risk is there. But if you accept risk is there, then the second question, Professor Rajendra Kumar, will come in our mind naturally is how I can manage my risk, how I can minimize. That is very natural. We will definitely think of managing our risk and minimize our risk. Yes, my dear participants, we all can minimize our risk. We all can manage our risk. But my dear participants, bluntly speaking, risk can never be zero. Some degree of risk will still be there. Of course, we will be managing it to a greater extent, but some risk might still be there. How I can manage my risk? Yes, my dear participants, I am sharing a very simple two-word formula to Mr. Chiru and all young participants for management of their risk in investment. And the formula is very simple, Mr. Chiru. You might laugh at me. You are simply speaking in a very simple terms. We had thought of some high degree technical session, but my dear participants, I wish Rajendra Kumar ji sir that most of the investors want basic things only. They are not interested in technicalities. We can manage our risk by practicing one simple formula in our life, Mr. Chiru. Note it down, only two-word formula, only two-word formula. But simple writing will not do. You have to practice, put it in mind and practice it. And the formula is, think, sir, think, understand and invest. I have used only two words, Mr. Chiru. Think, understand and invest. The first word I have used is think. What we have to think? We have to think two things about ourselves. We have to think two things about ourselves. And the first and foremost thing is, what is my risk appetite? How much risk I can take? And Professor Rajendra Kumar ji will agree with me. Every individual has got different risk appetite. Every individual. Because our income is different. Our family structure is different, social, everything is different. So every individual has got different risk appetite. But unfortunately, Mr. Singh, I don't know whether you have been one of the sufferers of that not, but unfortunately, Most of the middle class, salary class person make their investment decision following others without looking at the risk appetite of themselves. We should never follow others, maybe your friends, maybe your relations, maybe your colleagues, because their risk appetite is different. We should follow our risk appetite, and we should invest in such a manner that I am well aware about my risk appetite. And Mr. Chiru, risk appetite is not a constant factor for an individual. It keeps changing with the age. When you are young, you can take risk. Or rather, I will encourage young people like you to think of taking risk. But risk has to be calculated. It is not a blind risk. You should take risk. Why? Because your focus should be on generating real return on your investments. So those who are young, I will encourage them to take risk, but risk has to be as per their risk appetite, and it has to be calculated. It should not be a blind risk. And second thing is, which we have to think about is, Professor Rajendra Kumar has also indirectly mentioned that factor is, time horizon of investment is also very important. We should also think about the time horizon of investment. And what it simply means, Mr. Chiru, I should have money when I need it. That is time horizon. And Mr. Singh will agree with me that in life, we will need money not on one occasion, but for many things in our life, rather big things in our life. That is technically called milestones. And for milestones, we will need huge money at different intervals in our life. That is why time horizon of investment is very important. And my dear Chiru, I will request one thing to you. Mr. Lexik Singh has become technical, and now he has given a definition of real. Okay, I agree with him as well. Next Sunday, Mr. Chiru, please request your family members to sit with you for 1 hour. Discuss with them what are the major things in your life which are going to happen. What are the major milestones in your life? Make 3 columns on the paper, first column, second column, and third column. In the first column, please jot down all the milestones in your life. And normally, Rajendra Singh sir, normally you will agree with me, what are the major milestones in middle class life? The first major milestone is marriage. Marriage is the first milestone. I'm talking in terms of need of money. Second thing is birth of the children, celebration naturally. Third thing is, every family would like to have their own house. That is very natural. Every family will, even when you have parental house, you will think of having your own house. Third thing is, if you don't have a 4-wheeler, now it is become a necessity, minimum thing, we should have it. After that, one more thing has been added, Rajendra Kumarji, in the life of youngsters like Mr. Chiru, which were not at least in my time, that is going on vacation. Vacation has also become a part of their life. Every family will go on going on vacation periodically, maybe 3 years, maybe 5 years. So vacation has also become a very important milestone in your life. And after certain years, one of the most important milestones do come in your life, Mr. Chiru, that is higher education and professional education of children. One of the most important milestones in our life. Then after that, marriage of the children. And last one, and equally important, is living retirement life. Singh Sahab, you are very lucky. I am very lucky, and Rajendra Singh ji, sir, is also very lucky that we have normal pension from Government of India. But now it is no more available to people. Even governmental institutions have stopped normal pension. Of course, NPS, they have included, that is a different story. We will discuss separately NPS. So for retirement life, a normal people like Mr. Chiru will need to develop a huge retirement corpus. Because Mr. Chiru, normally what happens in retirement life, the most important negative point is, no money comes in our bank account every month, which you are getting as a salary. It is stopped. The moment you retire, it will stop. So how we can survive after retirement? Normally what people do, Rajendra Kumarji sir, we develop a corpus. we club that superannuation benefit which we get at the time of retirement. And that corpus we invest somewhere for generating regular return or income for us so that we can survive. There is a normal course of for the normal people. So retirement corpus has to be huge again. So in the first column, please jot down what are the milestones. And Mr. Chiru, I give you leverage. If I have missed out something, you add on that milestone. In the second column, against each milestone, start putting the period when it is going to happen in your life. An idea only. Precisely, of course, it will not be possible. Suppose you say that you are not married and you are likely to be married after 2 years. Put it 2 years. Then marriage after 2 years, birth of the children, around 4 years. Then 4 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years. Normally, you are 30, so 30 years your retirement. So 30 years. Likewise, put the period against each milestone in the second column. And now the third and most important thing I am requesting to all of you is start in the third column, Mr. Chiru, start putting the money which you will need for each milestone. Suppose you, for money, you say that you will need 5 lakhs rupees only for a honeymoon package because other expenses will be taken care of by the parent. Okay, put it 5 lakhs. Likewise, you start putting the period, start putting the money, 5 lakh, 10 lakh, 15 lakhs for house, vehicle, and everything. Two important aspects I want to mention here. And I want blessings of Professor Rajendra Kumar on these aspects as well. One of the most important part in milestone in our life is higher education and professional education of children. And every parent will like to give the best higher education to their children. Mr. Chiru, you are 30 today, and a good MBA degree from a reputed institute today will cost around 15 to 20 lakhs, including everything. Today. But it is today only, Mr. Chiru. After 25 years, when your children are going to go for higher education, have you ever thought what will be the cost of MBA degree at that time? Today, MBA degree is costing you around 2 lakh or around 20 lakhs. For the same MBA degree after 25 years, Mr. Chiru, you will need to pay not 20 lakhs but 2 crore rupees because of inflation. Broadly speaking, maybe 180, maybe 90, that is a different story. So broadly speaking, 2 crore rupees for each child. And suppose you have got 2 children, then 4 crore rupees only for the higher education and professional education of your children. Then marriage, again, not less than 1 crore rupees. Then last one is retirement planning. How much retirement money every month you will need? Suppose, Mr. Chiru, your age is 30 today, and you say that your monthly expenses are around 30,000. You are managing your affairs with 30,000. It is today. After 30 years, when you retire, have you ever thought what will be the requirement of money every month? Have you ever thought, sir? Today you are managing your affairs with 30,000. After 30 years, Mr. Singh, for the same standard of living, no extravaganza, sir. For the same standard of living, Mr. Chiru will need, Rajendra Kumarji, sir, not less than 2 lakh rupees per month. Not less than 2 lakh rupees per month. Means around 25 lakhs rupees a year at the start of the retirement itself. So your stream of return or income on your retirement should be 25 lakhs. How much retirement corporates you should develop? My dear friend, there is a thumb rule. Your retirement corpus should be minimum 20 times of your annual expenses. So multiply 25 lakhs by 20, what it becomes, sir? 5 crore rupees. Your retirement corpus you should develop it not less than, ideally it should be 30 times, sir. 7.50 crores, because nowadays average age has risen like anything. At the time of independence, Singh Sahab, you might remember, average age of Indian one 37 years only. Now average age is 70 years. So normally people will be required to live even after 10, 15, 20 years after retirement even. That is why minimum corpus should be 5 lakhs. So put it 5 lakhs against the retirement. Now I give you some trouble, Mr. Chiru. Make the total of the last column, and you will be surprised to note, Rajendra Kumarji sir, that a normal middle class, salary class person who is around 30 today will need around 10 to 12 crore rupees only for their milestone. Only for their milestone, my dear friend. I am not talking of your regular expenses between, I have excluded intentionally from 30 to 60 years. Only for your major happening in your life, you will need 10 to 12 crore rupees. Mr. Chiru, from where you will get it? I know you are very lucky. Mr. Amitabh Bachchan has started his KBC show now. You will go to KBC and win 7.50 crore. But what about others? What about other fellow colleagues? What about lakhs of other people? And now the solution is very clear. Yes, I want to give you confidence to all of you with the blessing of Professor Rajendra Kumar. You all can have 10 to 12 crore in your life, my dear friend, provided you start sincerely working right from today on your savings and investments. Keep increasing your saving every month. Put your money into the best investment products where you get the best higher return or real return. That is possible. And Mr. Chiru, the chart which we have just prepared, which is technically called financial plan. And I am of the opinion, Singh Saab, I don't know whether you will agree with me or not. Every family must have their financial plan. We must have our plan. And it is not a rocket science, damn easy thing, sir. You sit with your family, discuss everything, major happenings in your life, major milestones in your life, start putting them, giving shape, first column, second column, third column, and develop a financial plan. And I personally feel, Mr. Chiru, financial plan is a must for each and every family, because that will give you direction. That will develop you a goal-oriented approach on your savings and investment. Now, broadly, after financial plan, your goals are clear before you. Now you have got everything. Goals are clear before you. So please do develop financial plan. One more thing I want to tell you here regarding investment. Professor Rajendra Kumar had also indicated that that important aspect of the investment. That is eighth wonder of the world, and that is rule of compounding. Mr. Chiru, rule of compounding is eighth wonder of the world. And what is rule of compounding in investment? You have to make a commitment with yourself. Simple commitment, but tough commitment, of course. I will never use the return or income generated on my investment for my personal consumption. This is the first commitment you should make with yourself. May it be 5,000, maybe 50,000, maybe 5 lakhs. I will never use my return or income on my investment for my personal consumption. What you will simply do, whenever you get some return or income on your investment, you will simply club those return or income with your regular investment, which you are making every month, reinvest it. And it is also, in technical terms, it is called growth plan, growth option. So because you will not touch the return, it will be difficult, my dear friend, I know, because one day when you will get return of 5 lakhs on some of your investment, your whole family will be behind you, go on vacation, have some interior in your home. That is very natural. But you have to be very clear. I will never use my return on investment for my personal. We will make out something extra for those things, but on return, we will reinvest it. And if you do it for 15, 20 years continuously, my dear, and you have to be, there is no option. You will be happily surprised after 15, 20 years that your return portion has become much bigger than what you have even thought of it at the beginning of your investment journey. So please do religiously follow rule of compounding in your investment return. These are the basic things I have covered. Of course, I have taken much of your time on these basic things, but Singh Saab, I feel personally that these are the most important things which a normal investor must understand before starting his journey of investment. Now, I'm coming to the products which are available for the middle class, salary class person, because that is equally important, sir. Because we must know what are the products available for the middle class, salary class person. But before that, I just want to ask you one more question, Mr. Chiru. Have you ever seen horses race on television? It is a game of rich persons. You might have seen on television horses, one horses race and one horse win, and whoever wins put money on that that horse get some money. There is the golden rule of that, my dear sir, of that horses race. Never put all your money on one horse. Never put all your money on one horse, because if one horse doesn't win, you lose all the money. The other alternative is start segregating your money and put your money on 3-4 horses, so that if one or other horses win, at least you will get something. The same rule applies in investment also, my dear friends. You should try to develop a basket of investment. Yes, Mr. Singh, you are absolutely right. It is diversification. You should develop a basket of investment where you put your savings into different investment products. In some products, risk might be higher. In some products, risk might be lower. In some products, risk might be moderate. So overall, there is a balancing of risk. You are balancing your risk. You are generating a reasonable return on your overall investment. Now, the first product where we can invest, Mr. Singh and Mr. Chiru, if you wish to note down, you can note down. The first category of investment where we can invest is governmental small saving scheme. Governmental small saving scheme. And one of the most good scheme of the government of India, I don't know whether Professor Singh or Professor Rajendra Singh will agree with me, but I still feel that for a middle class, salary class person, this is one of the best scheme of the government of India. That is Public Provident Fund Account, PPF. Public Provident Fund Account. It is a very good scheme of the government of India, where you can open an account with any of the bank or most of the post offices. Minimum amount you have to deposit is 500 rupees in a year. Maximum amount is 1.50 lakhs every year. The scheme is for 15 years. And even today, the return, the interest payable by the government of India is 7.10%. But my dear Mr. Chiru, Mr. Singh must be aware, it is tax-free return, exempt, 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 no tax at all. And I personally feel, Rajendra Singh ji, that a normal middle class person should have a PPF account. And not only he, but he can have an account in a wife's spouse name or kids' names as well, because it is reasonable good return without any tax. Two very small things you must note about this scheme, my dear friend, Mr. Chiru. You should try to deposit 1.50 lakhs in the PPF account at the beginning of the financial year, that is 5th of the April. Because if you deposit, then you will be able to get return for the interest for the whole year. But if not possible, then whenever you are depositing money in PPF account, please try to deposit before 5th of that month. Because if you deposit on 6th, Mr. Singh, you will not be able to get the interest for that particular month. And there will be a big difference after 15-20 years. These are otherwise very small things, but it will make a big difference after 15-20 years. And this scheme is for 15 years, my dear friend, but it can be extended beyond 15 years as well for a period of 5 years, 5 years, and 5 years. So you should think of having PPF account. Second governmental scheme is National Savings Certificate. Because I'm just mentioning, Rajendra Singh ji, these schemes are also necessary to mention, because these are necessary for people to know whether they invest or not. It is their choice. Second thing is National Savings Certificate. I don't have time, so I will just mention the name. Those who are interested can go deeper into the through Google and website. Third is Kisan Vikas Patra. Fourth one is RBI also keep issuing regular bonds regularly to the public, taxable bond and tax-free bond. And even today, floating rate RBI tax bond rate is 7.15%. Of course, it is taxable. Then Government of India, Mr. Chiru, also keep taking money from you as loan by selling their securities. And for that scheme, RBI has recently launched a website. You please note down that name of that website, RBI Retail Central. RBI Retail Central. It is a scheme. You go to the website, visit the website, understand the scheme, and then register yourself, and then you start investing a small amount in government security. Then Government of India, big organizations also keep issuing bonds, taxable bonds, tax-free bonds, infrastructure bonds, and that is also an option for you. All these are within the gambit of, or within the umbrella of governmental small savings scheme. Of course, the return is reasonable, my dear friends. But the most striking factor in all these schemes, Professor Rajan Singh ji must be aware, no risk at all. Whatever government promises you, government will give you return. And when the scheme matures, whatever mature amount, you will get it. Because that is a sovereign guarantee. One more scheme I want to mention here, out of context, of course. But Mr. Chiru, if you have got a girl child at your home, or if your family your sister or brother has got girl child at home, whose age is below 10, this is a precondition. Then one of the best scheme of the Government of India for girl child is Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana. Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana, very good scheme of the Government of India, where Government of India has assured that the return will be highest among all governmental schemes. And even today, the rate of interest is 7.60%. Here again, you can deposit minimum 250 rupees, maximum 1.50 lakhs. After 18 years, you can withdraw up to 50% of the accumulation for her higher education. And after 21 years for her marriage, you can close the account and withdraw all the money. So these are all governmental small. And I personally feel, I don't know whether Rajan Singh ji sir will agree with me or not, a normal middle class person should invest around 15 to 20% of their investment in governmental schemes. Because return may not be extraordinary, but at the same time, some sort of risk-free return is there, and we should think of it. Beyond that, whatever the other products are available, all have got risk elements, sir. All have got. First product available after governmental scheme, Mr. Chiru, is property or real estate, where you can invest. But risk is there. How much you will get returned, not sure. And 1, 2, 3 other factors are relevant here. Acquisition cost of the property is also relatively high. You have to pay stamp duty, you have to pay brokerage charges. And second thing is, maintenance of property is also a problem nowadays. Because you will have to, for maintaining property, you have to spend some money regularly. And third and most important thing is, for investment in real estate, you will need to have huge money. You can't invest by 5 lakh rupees or 10 lakh rupees. You will need to have 50 lakhs, 70 lakhs or 1 crore rupees for investment in property. So real estate is an investment option. How much you should invest, I leave it to you to decide. Third option is, third product is gold. Gold is also a product where normally we think of investing. And historically, things are, we were investing in physical gold, purchasing jewelry or purchasing biscuit. But now everything, the things are changing, everything is changing. Now, Government of India has come up with a unique scheme. That is called Sovereign Gold Bond Scheme. Very good. I personally feel that it is a very good scheme if you are interested to invest in gold. Because physically gold will unnecessarily give you trouble if you keep it at home. You will not have a sound slip. Or if you go for the locker, you will have to pay locker charges every year. And most of us will not sell the jewelry or the gold. Normally, we don't. So sovereign gold bond is a very good scheme of the Government of India. Where Government of India give you 2 benefits, Mr. Chiru. First benefit is, government is giving you 2.5% guaranteed return. And return interest on it. Suppose you invested, and the Government of India decide rates on every tranche. Keep deciding the rates, and minimum amount you can deposit invest is 1 gram gold price, and maximum is 4 kg gold you can invest. The first benefit is 2.5% return interest on your deposit, on your investment. Second benefit is whatever appreciation in the gold price will also be shared with you. And the scheme is for 8 years. Suppose, Mr. Chiru, today Government of India announced 50,000 10-gram trench scheme. After 8 years, suppose the gold price become 80,000 10-gram. Then Government of India will give you 80,000 per 10-gram. So the whatever appreciation is there, that will also be shared with you. And the scheme is for 8 years. And if you remain with the scheme in 8 years, tax liability will also be literally zero because of indexation benefits, because of capital gain benefits. Tax liability will be very less or nil. But if you want to come out of that scheme after 3-4 years, which is permissible, then of course tax liability will be there as per the structure of the scheme. So sovereign gold bond is a relatively very good scheme. And here again, incentive is also given if you go on online investment. That is an additional third benefit you will get if you go on an online investment. And I personally feel that at the particularly young generation should not go on physical gold acquisition. They should better invest in such a scheme where you will be getting a reasonable return. Plus, you are having gold because the day you decide to withdraw from the scheme, government will give you the rate at the prevailing rate. That is why you can purchase the gold if you need it at that time. Third and last product where available for you, all of you, is security market. And Singh sir, I know security market otherwise is a very, very big subject to discuss, and I can't cover in 10-15 minutes. But to be very brief, there are two in security market. You have to understand that there is a risk. But risk was in real estate also, sir. Risk was in gold as well. So in security market, risk is there. So, and it is purely knowledge-based market. Those who don't have knowledge, I personally feel, Singh sir, you should not invest into security market unless and until, at least directly, if you don't have knowledge of the market. So there are ways of investing in security market. Two types of through which you can invest. One is through IPO, primary market, and other one is secondary market. Next time when Mr. Singh will give me time, we will have a dedicated session on security market. That we will discuss for the all technical aspects. We will then discuss how the companies are formed, how the companies can go to public, what is prospectus, what is issue price, and then NSE, BSE, SEBI, a lot of things we'll be discussing about security market. But there is an indirect way of investing in security market as well, my dear friends, and that is called mutual fund. And my dear Chiru Singh, my dear Mr. Chiru, mutual fund is an indirect way of investing into security market. Indirect in the sense that you are not directly investing into security market. You are simply giving your money to the expert, which Mr. Professor Rajendra Kumar sir had explained in detail. Why you are giving, sir? Because you don't have knowledge. You don't have time. That is what you are doing. You are simply giving your money to the experts, but it is not a social service. The understanding is very clear, sir. You take my money, invest it as per the terms of the scheme in which I am giving you, generate maximum return for me and give it to me. That is a simple purpose of mutual fund. So mutual fund is not a social service, but a proposition whereby we give our savings to the experts. And why we are giving? Because we are not experts, they are experts. We don't have experience, they have a lot of experience in this field. We don't have time, they have 24 hours because they are in this profession. That is why we are giving our money to them. In mutual fund, the uniqueness of mutual fund is, sir, Singh sir, mutual fund scheme is available for every category of investor with regard to his or her risk appetite. Those who have got high risk appetite, like Mr. Chiru, equity funds are there. Those don't have risk appetite like me, debt funds are there. Those who have some risk appetite, then hybrid funds are there, like for Mr. Singh. So there are different category of schemes available for different type of investors with regard to the risk appetite. Likewise, Mr. Chiru, in mutual fund schemes are there where you can invest even for one night. Even for one night, you can make investment. That is called overnight funds. If you want to invest for a very short period or for a week or 1 month or 2 months, then liquid funds are there. If you want to invest for 3 months, 6 months, ultra short-term debt funds are there. If you want to invest for 6 months or 1 year, then short-term debt funds are there. If you want to invest for more than 3 years or 5 years, then normal equity funds and debt funded hybrid funds are there. So these are the schemes available for every category of investor, and according and for your time horizon, the mutual fund schemes are there. Broadly, there are 3 categories of schemes in the mutual fund as far as security market are concerned. One, Mr. Chiru, is equity fund. Equity fund is more suitable for people like you, those who are young, those who can take risk, those who can invest for longer period. So equity fund is suitable for you. Other category is debt fund. Debt fund simply means your money will be invested into that. Money will be given as a loan to the companies. It will not be invested into the equity. Please mind it. In equity fund, your money will be invested into the equity share of the corporates. In debt fund, your money will be invested into given as a loan to the corporates. And third category is hybrid fund. Hybrid fund simply means you want to have laddus on both the hands. You wish to aspire a little bit higher return on your investment, but at the same time you don't want to expose yourself to high risk. So hybrid fund is a category where both the benefits are available. Little bit risks you are taking, but at the same time you are protecting your money, because some of your money will go to the equity fund and some of your money will go to the debt fund. Mutual fund is a very big subject otherwise. So next time we will discuss it if you give me time. But 2 unique facilities are available in the mutual fund, my dear Chiru, and I want attention all of you now, particularly young investors. And that unique thing is SIP, Systematic Investment Plan. SIP, my dear friend, is nothing but regularly investing an amount into a scheme. Regularly. Minimum amount you can start SIP is 500 rupees, my dear. Maximum, there is no limit. And you can start SIP in equity fund, in debt fund, or in hybrid fund. In all the scheme, SIP facility is mostly available. SIP is a magic for middle class, salary class person, my dear friend. It is a magic. And it is more suitable to people like you and me, those who are salary class person. Why? Because we have limited money every month for investment through saving. So SIP is a magic for us. And over a period of time, you through regular investment of a very small amount, you can develop a huge amount down the line after 15-20 years. So SIP is a magic for the middle class, salary class person. And I know, my dear friends, Mr. Singh, Mr. Chiru, like you, who have started more than one SIP. That is target-oriented SIP. One SIP you have started for purchasing a house after 5 years. One SIP you have started, another SIP you have started for going on vacation. Third SIP you have started for higher education of the children happening after 25 years. Fourth SIP you have started for your retirement plan. So you can have more than one SIP. And now in SIP, step-up facility is also available. You can step it up. Suppose you start SIP with 1,000 rupees per month. You can give a mandate right from today that next month 1,000 SIP will be increased to 1,200 rupees or 1,500. So you can step up your SIP, and step up will give you more benefit because you will be saving more over a period of time. So SIP is a magic. And other benefit, other unique facility in mutual fund, Mr. Chiru, is SWP, systematic withdrawal plan. I have just talked about the SIP. Now, Mr. Singh, SWP might be beneficial to you because in SWP, which is called systematic investment plan, you can regularly withdraw the money. And this is basically meant for your retirement life. Suppose, Mr. Chiru, you have been smart enough, you have accumulated a corpus of 5 crore rupees in a mutual fund, and now you are going to retire. Now you are going to retire, and there is no regular stream of income for you after retirement. What you can do, you can simply write to the mutual fund company where you have your accumulation. Next month onward, please keep transferring 2 lakh rupees per month from my accumulation to my bank account on first every month. So you are literally directing them to transfer 2 lakh rupees per month from your corpus to your bank account every month on first. What will be the first benefit? First benefit will be on every month, on each month on first, you will get 2 lakh rupees in your bank account. So you can lead your life you were leading earlier. You can enjoy your life as you are enjoying when you are even in service. Second benefit is remaining amount with the corpus is still invested. So you are continuously getting return on your that investment. So down the line, if after 10-15 years, suppose you need you want to increase your monthly withdrawal from 2 lakh to 2.5 lakhs or 3 lakhs, that will also be possible because you had been earning return on your investment. So SWP is a unique facility for your retirement life, but please mind it, you have to accumulate huge amount for that. Last things I want to tell you, sir, and Mr. Singh, and I want blessing of Professor Rajendra Kumar and Dr. Alok Kumar and all persons who are here. Only 1 minute only I will take now. Sir, there is a menace going in our country, which is called Ponzi scheme, chit fund and committees. People do come and promise you, giving you very high return of 15%, 17%, doubling your money in 3 or 4 years. Mr. Chiru, they are all frauds. I am using very harsh word for them because there is no business model for them. They will simply come and collect your money and one day they will vanish. So please do never invest your hard-earned money in Ponzi scheme, chit fund and committees on the temptation of high return, because it will never materialize. And I know, Mr. Singh and Mr. Chiru, you will not invest it. Who are normally investing those schemes, sir? Or a segment of the society which are not so educated, which are not so well informed. Your maid servant, your peon, your driver, your taxi wala, your milk vendor, your plumber, your electrician. So Mr. Singh and Mr. Chiru, we have got a social responsibility also. Please do educate them. Please do make them aware whenever you come across and meet them. That they should never invest their hard-earned money in Ponzi scheme and chit fund committees. And Rajendra Kumar ji, sir, you might be aware, more than 10 lakhs of rupees have been lost in such bogus schemes by the normal investors. So it is your social responsibility. Please take it forward. Make them aware they should never invest their hard-earned money in Ponzi scheme, chit fund and committees. If they don't have any knowledge or any idea of investment, they should simply keep their money in post office and banks. At least their money will be safe. That is the first priority for them. And last thing, I want to request Mr. Chiru and throw you to all the participants. Prosperity is your right. Please do understand what I'm saying. Prosperity is your right. It is not a begging anybody will give you. It is your right to be prosper. We have to be prosper. This is your basic fundamental right. Mr. Chiru, we might have born into a poor family. It might have be the case of some of the few persons. Mr. Please. Mr. Sanjay, Dr. Sanjay, please keep their audio off. Dr. Sanjay. Dr. Sanjay, please keep all videos off, all audios off. Mr. Redmi 9 Power, please keep your audio off. We might have born into a poor family, Mr. Chiru. Birth in a poor family is not a curse at all. Please mind it. Birth in a poor family is not a curse at all. But at the same time, living as poor and die as a poor is a curse, which we all can avoid by making our habit of saving right from the day one, then making our savings into a good investment and getting real return. You all can be prosper, and I will wish you all to be prosper. God bless you all. Thank you very much.
Yeah, hello. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you so much, sir, for your very energetic and very prosperous kind of speech today. I'm very thankful, as you have rightly mentioned, and it is also from the part of Bill Gates. He have said anyone can be being born in poor, but no issue. But if you die by poor, then there is a big issue. And there is also one quote, sir. I love this quote, which has been given by Warren Buffett, and one of a bull market investors. He said that if you were asleep and if your income doesn't earn, if your account is not generating any income, you have to earn throughout your life. That he also found. And I'm very thankful once again, sir. In every of your word, your line, there is a corpus hope for investment. I really do learn with millions of the knowledge that you have pouring in today, and I think will be very beneficial to everyone. I think we can keep some time for questions and answers time.
Definitely. But before that, if Professor Rajendra Kumarji is there, I will like him to give his observation about the session so that we can take it forward.
Yeah,
if Professor Rajendra Kumar is there.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes.
First of all, Surya Kanji, just a very thankful to you and a very energetic session and very fruitful session. We have all the time listening. You're a very interesting session. But you have mentioned all the parameters to belong to all the category life, to the short-term investor, long-term and middle. Same that we have segmentation of the geographical wise or income wise. You have a very clearly output or give to the phenomenal topics or the which way for useful for that and this and way. And you have told the wonderful scheme for the saving ultimately PPF and mutual fund, and the one of the my favorite scheme of the Souvenir Gold one, which are wonderful nowadays because you have the very costly for the handling charges. I will give to the one example, Professor Thomba, because the Souvenir Gold has is a wonderful scheme by the RBI. Because if you want to the 1% or 1 or 10 gram gold ring or the any necklace, then you will be paid to the GST and making charges extra more than you will give to the 500 rupees extra. But you will take to the Souvenir Gold, then take to the 99% or the purity of the gold, same price. There will not go to the any GST. That's the and another benefit to the 2.5% interest every year. That's a very beneficial scheme about the investor as a gold instead of the hardbound. Says to the Surya Kanji, a very wonderful example you have given. And all these session helpful for all the youngest colleague and students. I request to all the student and youngest faculty, you will be able to saving now early as the little saving, not the more much. You can take the some example by the Surya ji gave to the horse racing, that you can, or the you can see the same example of the, if you have the 4 pocket pant or the 2 pocket pant, you have little amount in the every pocket. So just a very good example for the everyone as the investor of the wealth creation specifically. I thank to organizer Professor Thomba ji, Professor Agarwal ji, and Chiru ji. You have selected very wonderful topic as a subject after the pandemic, because everyone facing to the inflation, or sir has also the given to the inflation example to the admission. We have the first priority of the every professional or every family will go to the study for the children. So nowadays the 2 lakh or 20 lakh or the 250 lakh, but it's coming says generation will be prepared for the more than crores and 2 crores for each children. Such a wonderful calculation for the Surya Kanji. I appreciate you and your speech, and you have wonderful explain each and every point. So I thanks to Surya ji and Professor Thomba ji and Chiru ji and Professor Sanjay Agarwal ji. Such a wonderful session. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
So please
Yes.
unmute. Singh sir, please unmute yourself. You are muted.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mr. Sang will also like to give his observation.
No. Please, sir, please.
संजय जी दीजिए आपका. I think you should also give because you are the man, the person to behind for conducting this seminar. Okay, please.
So Chiro sir, please kindly go ahead with question answer session.
Any question answer or any question from the participants, we will be happy to take it.
Yes. Now we can go for yes, questions and our sessions.
Sir, this is Dr.
हाँ Garg साहब नमस्कार.
Sir, namaskar, sir. Sir, I am calling from Manipur, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Manipur Institute of Engineering and Technology. I am heading department of BBA, which is having a strength of 970 students. Sir, we would like to have a seminar for our students. So can you please?
Yeah. Actually, you just put your contact details in the chat box. Dr. Sanjay Agarwal will take those contact details and he will be in touch with you.
Thank you, sir. It was a very nice session, sir. Really, I love it. And thank you for this beautiful session, sir.
Thank you very much. So nice of you. You just put your contact details in the chat box. Dr. Sanjay Agarwal will take those details and he will be in touch with you.
Okay, thank you. Now we can go for questions in our sessions. I think, yeah. And after this, we had a vote of thanks, and this will be taken by our convener, Professor Tomba.
Any question from any participant, just raise their hand. We will unmute him or her, and they can either ask the question directly as well.
Hello, sir.
Yeah,
Am I audible?
Yeah, you might.
Yes.
Yeah, sir. I am Emma from Raymond College, working as an assistant professor. Sir, thank you. Lovely session. It was really enlightening, and also having explained things in such an easy manner was really, encouraging for us, sir. So one thing you mentioned about RBI Retail Direct. So I wanted to know a little bit more about it, sir, because where I read it, it was something about bidding. And through bidding, I think your investment amount would be calculated or something of that sort, sir.
Exactly.
So if you could
basically earlier investment in government securities was not common for the middle class person. So government was thinking to develop a mechanism wherein the normal middle class person can also invest in government securities. That is why this website has been developed by the RBI. So you visit the website of the RBI, then get yourself registered, then start bidding for the government securities, and sooner or later you will understand the mechanism and you will start investing in those investments.
All right, sir. Thank you, sir. And also, sir, do you know like the minimum prevailing bidding prices that they.
No. It will keep on changing, madam. It is not static. It will keep on changing.
All right, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Any other question from any parts? Yes, Mr. Richard. And please unmute yourself.
Yes, please, I've done that.
Yeah.
Please, good morning to you all. Please, what advice can you give to young graduates who seek employment and then need their salaries to be fatter before they go in for it? Young graduate.
Yeah.
Yes,
there are two aspects of your questions. My program is focused on the investment, not on generating income or getting employment. This is the first thing I want to tell you.
Okay.
Second thing is,
here I want to mention, sir, Mr. Richard from Ghana, South
great.
Africa.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Great.
Please, I'm from Ghana.
Oh, great, idea.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
You're
Mr.
welcome,
Richard, my program is focused on the investment, how a young person should. I will advise him to start investing a very small amount, maybe 500 rupees, maybe 700 rupees out of his regular income through SIP. Of course, in Ghana also mutual funds will be there. I'm not aware about your country, but the mutual funds will be definitely.
Yes, we have. We have mutual fund for all the sectors. It is there.
And first of all, we welcome you for joining this program. And we are thankful to you that you joined this program. And this program is basically, thank you. This program is basically to sensitize young investors about the seriousness and the importance of saving right from the day they start working.
Wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Richard. Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you. Any other question from any participant? Last question, if anybody had, otherwise we are winding it up.
So we have Mr. Talkoti with us. So can you give your valuable feedback online? You can unmute yourself.
Yes, sir, come forward. Mr. Sharan Naba has also been with us right from the beginning.
Yeah.
Please give your observations.
Very thankful interactive session, sir. I have investing which is health and Medicare and wonderful session was there, sir.
Great.
Please, can you introduce yourself, sir? Please introduce yourself also.
Some of information, what are the investment have good.
Thank you very much.
Work on it.
Thank you. So nice of you. Yes.
Okay, thank you, Talikoti ji.
Mr. Chiru, we can wind it up now if there are no questions.
No. Thankful.
Thank you.
Okay then. Yes.
संजय जी थोड़ा आप आपका थोड़ा बोलिए ना.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. So first of all, I am thankful to the management, Vice Chancellor, and especially the HOD of Department of Commerce, Thomba Singh ji, for providing us the opportunity to, through you, we have connected Northeast part and conduct this investor awareness program. And secondly, you invite such a learned person, Professor Rajendra Kumar ji, who give very good insight about the mutual funds and the objectives of financial planning and what is the main theme and main crux behind the mutual funds. And Suryakant ji, the person of the day, and Mr. Chiru, very good moderator. He just connected all the participants in a thread. And we have near about 427 people have joined today.
Great.
And every time on the board, you have seen 150 plus participants are regularly attended this program. So which is a very good number. And it shows the successful and the efforts done by you, sir. And again, investor awareness is the need of an hour. Professor Rajendra Kumar ji would agree with me that to not only to prosper the individuals, but to prosper the country. If we want to convert our country towards $5 trillion country, so investor awareness program have a very key roles. So I'm again thankful to all the organizers, chief guest, keynote speaker, and moderator, and last but not the least, all the participants, those who join us from the Pan India basis. Thank you very much. Thank you all. I hope this Dussehra, you just burn out your all poverty or you're filling them with new motivation, new objectives. You start your financial management for wealth creation. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. So now I'm very grateful, Sanjay Agrawalji, to initiate this program. Actually, initially in the last month we are unable to conduct because of some emergency, some arises. But even though today is a Dussehra, but even those our participants are very much they're keen to learn. So now I'm really thankful to all the participants, especially for the participant to participate the program. And my friend Professor Rajendra Kumar, I'm so grateful to him because he's a very much, I think, might be busy with Dussehra with the family, but even those he come forward and he accepted. Sanjay ji, actually I'm totally forgotten about today is a Dussehra actually. But in the morning, we have the program, I went there. Then after that, I just rushed to the department, see. So anyway, and even our today, that, Sarmaji, you have the very wide, the experience, and you have explained, yes, the many things, yes, we are the man of commerce, we know, but we know about the theories, and we are not done the practice actually. We are not a professional. But even those, I think many of my students, learn, I think, how to invest. And even myself, actually, I'm thinking, but I didn't, implement it. I'll do my son also from tomorrow to start, such kind of, the program. I think, thank you. So Chiru, please, you just, Dr. Chiru.
Yes, sir. It comes to the end of the programs. Thank you so much once again to all of you. We really profound, great of your participants. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. And this program is also available on YouTube, and YouTube link is already shared with you. And through Dr. Singh, you can have the link. And we share the link into the WhatsApp group also.
Yes, yes. Definitely, I'll do it.
And just for information of participants, we have been doing this program regularly on different institutions, and we are also visiting physically also. The Professor Rajendra Kumar physical programs we have also now started.
Sanjay ji, I'm going to invite you in my new, the institution. Right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I congratulate you here through this platform for your new assignment.
Yeah.
We will definitely come, sir. We will definitely.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Bye.
And Professor Rajendra Kumar ji, we want to do one program with you in Delhi, sir.
Okay, sir. You're most welcome. You're most welcome, sir. Thank you so much, sir. And thank you, sir. And I wish you very happy Dussehra, all of you. Thank you.
Thank you very much to all of you.
Okay, thank you.
Namaskar. Sabko happy Dussehra, and you burn out all your poverty or your worries and be rich in coming future through your personal financial management and planning.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I'm very much grateful to you, sir. So with this we end, sir. Mr. Chiru, please. Dr. Chiru, can you? Thank you, Sonu Kumar ji. How are you?
Fine, sir.
Okay.